Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Cody Latimer now on the return. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Manning rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Latimer on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The CD, the New York Giants coming back out here to take the field. They're at 1-2. We mentioned that win that they needed against Houston in Week 3. Evan Ingram, he's dealing with some knee issues. The good news is, though, you got Shepard, you got Barkley, you got OBJ. There are weapons for Eli Manning.
And they all produced in the win against Houston. And that's what they need, all of them to give production. And in concert, that makes the Giants a lot tougher to beat. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Odell Beckham, 9 catches, 109 yards. And how about Sterling Shepard? 6 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown, which was the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter, which helped lead them to their win.
On second down, here's Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli's sacked. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Ross on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati comes back out here, Charles. Let's assess what they've done so far through 3 weeks. They're 2-1 coming off that loss against Carolina. They got a couple injury issues on offense. Joe Mixon's dealing with a knee. And then A.J. Green, I think he tweaked his groin.
Yeah, and that's really difficult for them to continue to fashion their offense because in the passing game, the offense will run through A.J. Green, and Joe Mixon is supposed to be their 3-down back now, even though they do have Gio Bernard who can come in and give them some relief. But here's the key for them. 2-1 start. They have to go to Atlanta, who got beat this past week, is going to be upset. They need that one badly. Then they're home against Miami, who's off to a 3-0 start. Then home against Pittsburgh, who's had a rough beginning themselves. So their schedule does not lighten up at all. They're going to need people like Tyler Boyd to step up at wide receiver. And to me, their X factor, Tyler Eifert, their tight end. Find ways to get him the ball.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On play action, now Manning. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 13 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Powerful running. And some room to maneuver. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Working from the gun, Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Manning. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
There you go, 368. 4 down.
Got to be careful here. Dalton underneath. This is Bernard. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Go, on the ball. On the ball. Heavy. Single receiver. 2-by-2. Move. Press up.
The final act of the 1st half. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. And they finally get him down at the other 46. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is taken at the 3. And some room to roam now. And he's loose again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we all
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run here with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
368!
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, to pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, it's Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Manning now on 1st down. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Manning. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati.
Over here, yes.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there, Manning to Shepard. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And Manning keeps it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Eli Manning, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On third down, Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, Manning. Past the 20 to Shepard, complete over the middle. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They go play action here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They give him a gain of 38. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Rivers. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit.
The ball comes out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, You absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And taking it across midfield and in. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Both of them. Set. 180.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
22, 44. Set. 180.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to.
Ben to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here. Course back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Prescott from the gun. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A Dallas 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Get out, get out.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 5. So that'll back him up 5. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's good. And I think the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Third and long for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes in there. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Chargers coming back onto the field here, and through 3 weeks, they're 1-2. Now, it's been a bit of a tough schedule, but they lost the Battle of L.A. last week to the Rams 35-23.
At least it wasn't a long road trip.
Yeah, that's true.
Got home pretty easily, right? So that thing worked out pretty well for them. But the 2 losses, they're the teams that are 3-0, Kansas City and L.A. And remember, they're going to stay in California a lot, all right? They were in L.A. this week. They'll be at home the next 2 weeks against the 49ers, and then the Raiders are coming to town. They've got a chance to get right and get into the race in the AFC West.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Four down. Check. 4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Rivers now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers finds his target. It's Gates. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Flush to his right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second down, Rivers. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Prescott. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Following the interception here, Rivers over the middle. He's got Tyrell Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game. I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful. And it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Rivers now to throw on first down. Incomplete. They were looking to go back to Gates. That'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Red. 5-4.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. But he finds his target, Terrence Williams. First target, first catch at a first down. The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And now here come the Cowboys. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And